What's going on, NASCAR Nation? Mamba Smith back here with you, and it's about to go full speed with Netflix. You guessed it, Full Speed Season 2 is coming out right now, and I got a little clip, a little sneak peek for you right here.
There's literally nothing in life, nothing that compares to the doctor saying, congratulations, there's two of them.
It was a happy moment. I don't want to make it sound like it was, but it was shocking. All right, Chase, we're in the playoffs. What's the plan now? Because you're obviously racing, and I'm okay with that. I want you to race.
They said if it happens on a Saturday, they have a replacement driver every week. It kind of changes based on where we're at.
So they'll let you come home Saturday.
They let me come home on
You need to
Saturday.
go back to race Sunday.
I had to be there Sunday.
Yeah. If I go into labor on a Sunday morning, he's not coming home. It's gonna be me in the delivery room.
There's a 1 in 7 chance, I guess, every week that it could come on a Sunday. There's a slimmer chance that it happens on a race day than not.
Look, I got a fan
For what?
for my face. You're not gonna be there fanning me. My hospital bag has been packed for a while. Dry shampoo, I mean, all the essentials. Chase's is not. Chase's hospital bag is empty as can be.
I didn't even pack shoes, socks, anything.
Okay, well, we need to redo your bag.
I'm starting to get terrified, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's scary to think that we're gonna have 3 under 3 running around. It's gonna be stressful, but we'll figure it out.
You just saw a little snippet of the man that punched his ticket last into the playoffs. Now let's talk to him. Chase Briscoe on the line. Chase Briscoe, star of NASCAR Full Speed. How we doing, my friend?
I don't know about star, but I'm doing good. Yeah, what about you?
Man, I'm just excited for the show. I'm excited to see it. Have you seen it already?
I've not seen the full season. I've seen a couple episodes, but with 3 kids, it's kind of hard to watch the whole thing all at once. So I've seen a couple of the episodes, but I've not seen the whole thing yet.
Well, you just led me right into really what I wanted to talk to you about off the rip is you went from, having the one kid. All right, we're good. We're having a good time. We're having fun. This isn't bad. And
Yep.
then all of a sudden, we're gonna have 3. So I want to know how it's been with the 3 of them, the surprise of having twins, and then like how'd you navigate that while the show was being filmed and you were racing and everything.
Yeah, it's honestly 3's been a lot of fun. Like I couldn't imagine not having twins now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not chaos at times, but it's a ton of fun. But yeah, the show obviously is a big part of kind of us going through that journey of the playoffs, and when the playoffs started, I want to say we were 3 weeks out from our due date of having twins. So I went from being able to be in the delivery room kind of no matter what, to all of a sudden, once I made the playoffs, the last race of the regular season, to things changed really, really quickly to where, now I can't be there if it's on a Sunday. So it kind of goes through that, obviously shows, the twins being born, and then just those first kind of opening rounds of the playoffs. So yeah, I feel like our part of the show is very unique for sure, just because nobody else was kind of going through that, right? And then on top of that, SHR shutting down. So it definitely is a unique perspective that kind of lets you see behind the scenes of what was going on.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's something that, most of the time we don't get to see. I know, Netflix had their starting 5 with like the NBA, and Edwards went through a similar thing, so you get to see that. I think it humanizes people and lets everyone get an inside look to your life, which is what the show is all about. So how was it having the cameras kind of not only in your face at the racetrack, that's kind of normal, but now like in your home life and in your day-to-day?
Yeah, it was different. Truthfully, like you said, like at the racetrack, it's very normal, right? Like it's just part of it. Like you're used to them being around, but I'm not really used to having them around in like my normal home environment, like just like going and picking Brooks up from school or taking them to school. Like it's different, right? Like just having them with you all the time. So yeah, it was mind blowing to me just how much they film, truthfully. Like I cannot imagine the amount of hours of film they had, not only myself, but all drivers, right? And then they have to narrow it down to this, 5 hours essentially. So it was very eye-opening from that side of things, but it was a lot of fun. You know, I became pretty good friends with a lot of the crew, so it's been fun to kind of go through that process, and hopefully, you know, if they do a season 3, maybe can be a part of that as well.
Yeah, man, for sure. So you kind of alluded to it earlier. You locked into the playoffs, last race that you could do it. SHR was shutting down. Really shot of adrenaline into that whole team to end the year. Walking through that, like, what can we look forward to seeing from that perspective? Because I know that that's going to be a big part of the show.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the timing of that win was kind of the perfect timing. I mean, you said shot of adrenaline, and it really was that. You know, if we don't make the playoffs, you know, there wouldn't have been a single car from Stewart Haas Racing in the playoffs. And with 10 races left, you know, no cars in the playoffs, the doors are shutting at the end of the season. There's really no incentive for anybody to stay excited or even honestly stay in the building. So, you know, us winning that race was a lifeline for a lot of people to stay and to keep trying and keep digging. So, it was, you know, cool to kind of let the you know, film crew in. You know, they didn't use a lot of it, but, you know, at least be in that process of what it's like being inside the walls of a company that's shutting down, and just how different it is from, you know, what every other team has experienced.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that part of the process. Netflix, I need to know, what are you watching on Netflix, or what have you watched in the past? Like, what's your go-to right now?
Yeah, so my go-to right now, I watched 3 episodes, I guess, this past week, was the Boston Red Sox documentary where they follow the team.
I love that one. I love that one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm watching right now. I binge watched Race for the Crown last week, like as soon as it came out, the horse racing one. I'm from only an hour north of Churchill Downs, so I've always been kind of a horse racing fan, so it was cool to watch that one. But yeah, I would say the Boston Red Sox one right now is definitely the one that's kind of hot and heavy.
Is that what you like the most? Do you like the documentary, sports documentaries?
Yeah, I'm definitely a documentary guy. You know, definitely more so sports. You know, like I love Full Swing. I love quarterback, receiver. You know, even starting 5. I forget what the USA Olympic team one was called.
Yeah,
but,
that one was cool too.
I love all the sports documentary stuff just because, you know, I feel like I can relate to a certain level, but you never really know what's going on, like, behind the scenes, right? Like the quarterback one was super eye-opening to me, like, and even the receiver one, just how much they have to take care of their body. Like, that's something that I just did not even realize the extent that they go through. So yeah, I really enjoyed the sports documentaries for sure.
And now for the hardest hitting question: who controls the remote between you and your wife? I mean, I know that's really a tough deal.
Yeah, it's for sure a tough deal. I would say if we're on Netflix, I typically do, but if it's just like normal TV, it's typically her.
I love it, man. Chase, appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much. I know you got stuff to do, getting prepped for this weekend, so thank you for your time, bro.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much to my boy Chase Briscoe for giving us some of his time. Don't forget, season 2 of Full Speed is out right now.
Deep breath here. The intensity of the playoffs gets raised significantly tonight.
People ask me, they're like, well, you won the championship last year. How do you top 24?
Oh my goodness.
There's just so much on the line. There's so many different storylines.
Going into this weekend, I feel cheated.
We have the tiebreaker over William, and then I realized nobody's celebrating.
We sent our boy to war on a donkey holding a wooden spoon.
If you make the wrong move, it all unravels.
We're in the playoffs. What's the plan now?
Wife about to give birth.
I'm starting to get terrified, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't feel bad for him.
10-4, man, are you okay?
This is life.
Some of the closest finishes in NASCAR history decided by that much.
Wins it by an eyelash. The bloodbath back there, man.
Oh my goodness.
As soon as you think you know what's gonna happen, boom.
Here we go.
Ready. Green, green, green.